Healing Hour for September 19th, 2017. And we're here for an hour to stand by and do energy healing and clearing according to your wishes and your wants. So there's two ways in which you can be involved in the show. As a live guest, you can click on the link that's at Tyson Bannigan Facebook page. There's a live link that allows you to join me through your webcam or through your smartphone. So just click on that link. You'll come into what is called the lobby section. And then once I see you're there, I'll move you from the lobby section into the guest, and you'll be broadcast with me live on the program. So that's the first way you can join the program today and ask your question or receive a healing or a clearing. And the second way is to phone in toll free in North America. It's 1-866-369-7464, and that number is on the screen now. And also you can just ask your questions, which I'm just bringing up right now. So N.J. Arnside from Edom says she'd like to clear and release asking for a stepmother that still in her adult life causes much pain and trauma and shows no love whatsoever in her life to anyone. Don't want her dead, of course, just released from all my lifelines. Not knowing how to go about this, thought this is a great place to start. Thank you. Well, yeah, that is a great place to start, Marion, and thank you for your question. Working with family is sometimes very difficult, as we know. Of course, the thing to remember is that you chose your family. Part of your life path, part of this incarnation, part of what you chose as a soul being incarnating into planet Earth was you chose your family. And you chose your family for a specific set of reasons for your own soul growth. So the fact that, Marion, that your stepmother, even your stepmother was preordained, so to speak, is part of your opportunity to learn from the situation what it is that you want from your stepmother that you're not getting. So in most cases, what you want from somebody that you don't get is to be appreciated, loved, respected, honored, cherished, understood, accepted for who you are. Usually it's that clusters of emotion that you would like to receive from your stepmom. The thing is, for a lot of stepmoms, they're really torn between their love for your dad, in this particular case, and the feeling that they may have to be in competition with the daughter. Already this dynamic tension of not knowing together and where the limits should be redrawn between the love between your father and you and between your father and your stepmother. So it can get confusing at times. So the thing to remember is that everything begins and ends inside of yourself. So this is radical responsibility, radical self-love, radical clearing of deep trauma. And that is that there's nothing that shows up in your life except for you to have an opportunity to learn and grow. So that the fact that your mother seems to be in your face is an ideal situation that you've created for yourself in order for you to take back your personal power. So what I mean by that is right now you want your stepmother to act in a certain way. In most cases, she couldn't even if she wanted to because she doesn't know how to. It's not part of her program, not part of her upbringing. She has no pattern in which to follow from her parents, and therefore she doesn't know how to particularly do it for her own children, and it's even more difficult to do it for her stepchildren, to give them the love and appreciation they want. So getting back to you, what did you want that you didn't get? You wanted to be loved, appreciated, taken care of, respected for who you are, and guess what? That's what you want to do for yourself. So if you can love yourself, radically love yourself unconditionally for who you are, and you can show up and be authentic in that truth of who you are, and become independent of what anybody else thinks about you, good, bad, or indifferent, and know that you are secure and feel good about yourself and love yourself, then what other people think of you is none of your business. And at that point, you're free. You're free to be yourself, to show up, to be authentic. And of course, the next step, which would really be valuable, is to know, okay, what's my divine gifts? Why do I incarnate? What's my unique gift that I'm going to deliver to the world? And if that's something that interests you, I can certainly help you do that. But the thing, Marion, to realize is that you chose your stepmom and that she's doing a brilliant job of being your stepmom, forcing you to go inside of yourself and claim the things that you want from her as things that you're going to give to you for yourself. And so she really should be, she really does deserve the Academy Award for being the best stepmother, because she's not going to budge. She's going to be who she is in order to force you to be the best that you could be. So hopefully that made sense for you. The thing to remember is everything begins and ends with you. The solution to every problem that shows up in the outer world begins inside of yourself. And part of that is reclaiming radical responsibility and self-love for yourself. So hopefully, Marion, that was helpful. And if you want to comment back, or if you want to jump on the toll-free number, give me a call and further comment on this or ask further questions, that would be grand. The toll-free number is 1-866-369-7464. And I see that we're getting a call right now. So I'll just go to that call right now. Welcome to the Healing Hour. And who am I speaking to?
Hi, this is Valerie. How are you, Tyson?
I'm fine. So, Valerie, what's up with your life?
What's up with me?
Yeah, what's up with you?
Oh, I just thought I would come on and clear some of the dust.
All right. Well, clearing dust is good. I mean, we can clear away some of the cobwebs wherever they are, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, so what would you like to work on? Any specific cobwebs?
Yes. There seem to be still some blockages with regards to receiving.
With regard to blockages, with regard to what?
Receiving.
I didn't hear that.
Receiving.
Oh, receiving. Oh, yeah. That minor problem that we all have, right? So,
and
yeah.
Communication.
Yeah. Well,
communication with my other half.
Yeah. Well, remember, it all begins and ends with you, and so yeah. So, beginning in receiving and giving begins with being able to receive yourself. So, what part of yourself is blocking you from receiving all that you can be? Do you have any clue about that? Any insights? Any ahas?
No, I'm clueless.
You're clueless. All right, so you're clueless in Seattle, but let's say that you did know. What would it be? Just give us a real big guess. What would it be?
Maybe fear.
Yeah, fear is a big one. Fear always gets in the way. And what would the fear be about? Can you identify what that might fear of what?
I'm not sure.
Well, maybe just the fear of not being heard, or not being loved, or not being wanted, or not being appreciated,
or being told I'm stupid as usual.
So is any of that make sense to you? Fear of not being loved, not being heard, not being loved. Does that make sense?
Sometimes.
Okay. So who's responsible for loving who?
Me.
Yeah, right. And how much do you need to love yourself?
100%.
Yeah, certainly as much as you want to receive from your husband, right? So
yeah.
He can only love you to your ability to love yourself. And by loving yourself, that allows you to sort of like have the quotient of ability to receive. So you can only receive the amount of love that equivalent to the amount of love that you have for yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if you're not getting what you want from him, then I would say up your ability to love yourself and your ability to love with him. and love him with no expectations that he's going to change. How about that?
Oh, I have accepted that.
All right. So let's do a short clearing around that. Do you have a pendulum with you?
I have a big heavy one and a small one.
All right. Use whichever one you want. So here goes. So I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial energies in, around, and through me that makes me feel that I need to be accepted, loved, appreciated, understood outside of myself. And I clear that away to understand that I only need to love myself, and that I'm already loved by Creator or God, always have been, always will be, and I can't get it wrong. I'm always in the right place at the right time. And I ask the Divine Mother or Creator to clear all of the false beliefs out of my being, and from my matriarchal and patriarchal and soul family, and that I'd like to stand in the truth of who I am no matter what, and all the multidimensional layers of my being. And I like to clear myself throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And of course, because this all has to do with you, then doing the Ho'oponopono prayer is really powerful, which is, I love you, which you love yourself, right? And I'm sorry because I'm having to learn this lesson from my husband when I actually need to learn it inside of myself. So I'm sorry, I love you, and please forgive me, because if I'd figured this out on my own, then I wouldn't need my husband to be stubborn and for me to expect that he should be a certain way when I need to learn how to be unstubborn and love myself. And then thank you for everybody showing up, including my husband, to help me learn and grow. And then you close it off by saying, I declare it so be it. Thank you. So what do you think of that? What do you think about the idea of having to be radically responsible for all your own emotions and feelings?
It's a thought that I think of.
Good. Yeah. So if you can get out of thinking about it and get into your heart and feel about it and believe it and actually love yourself unconditionally, that will really help. And the more you do that, the more that those type of people that love you will show up in your life. So you've been doing the deep clearing, right?
I must confess, I would like to do it, for a whole month, but I get to about 2 weeks and then I quit.
All right. So in 2 weeks, if you know how to do a yes and no, either through, muscle testing or through dowsing, just cut the list down, because, on day 7, you can cut it down. Day 14, you can cut it down further. And day 21, you should be on the short list. So do it 7 days and then douse and see which numbers apply to you. Then day 14, which is really where you usually quit, cut it down again. It'll make it easier for you to continue.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, because I've been lazy. I've been doing the shortcut after a couple of days.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing the shortcut if you're doing specific things, but it's good to get the long one out of the way. You just need to do it 21 days straight. And like I say, you can cut it back day 7, cut it back day 14, and cut it back to the short clearing in 21.
I think one of the days when I am abundant, I need to get you to coach me through. I'm lazy.
All right. Well, we'll get you out of lazy if you want me to coach you on that for half an hour once a week. So that would be day 7, day 14, and day 21. It's $497, and usually that half hour can stretch into an hour. But I just help you determine what we need to focus on and help you get out of your own way. And then after that, $497, you're ready to
what
go.
I want is just to go through this, the clearing.
Yeah, well, we would go through the clearing together. We would meet every week at the same time and just do it.
I'll manifest that.
Oh, absolutely. So let's do that right now. So let's do that for everybody on the call. So I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial belief systems that I'm not abundant, and I'm not wealthy, and I'm not prosperous. And I remove all programs, false programming from any and all sources, both known or unknown. And I undertake this through the multidimensional levels of my being and throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And I declare it so be it. It is done. Okay, so now we cleared that. Let's install it. So I now install the belief as a sovereign human being that I'm abundant, I'm wealthy, that I'm always in the right place at the right time, that my wealth and abundance depends on my vibrational energy field. And when I'm a sovereign human being and I feel good about myself, then all abundance and wealth flows to me with little or no effort on my part. And that I am ready and willing to receive the abundance which is my birthright. And I hereby declare it so be it, it is done. So there you are. That should help open the floodgates for you.
Much.
All right, great. Thanks for calling in. That was a good one for everybody.
Thank you for taking my call.
All right, bye for now.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Priya is probably come and gone, but Priya, thanks for showing up. On your way passing through, you're probably on your way to do something else because it's late in England. All right. Beverly Hobbs says he looks dodgy. I don't know if that's me who looks dodgy or somebody else who looks dodgy, or we all look dodgy. But anyway, Beverly, if you want to explain what that means, that would be great. You want to call in 1-866-369-7464, and we can figure out who's dodgy. Who needs to dodge what? All right? So I'll just put up that number that you can call in. So here we go. The call-in number is 1-866-369-7464. All right, we're standing by for your call now. And I'm just going to go head over to the Facebook. I'll close Facebook page for dowsing and energy healing and see what's there. All right, well, Mina Ning, NG, says that she'd like to clear all past life emotions that no longer serve her. I think that's a really good one. So here goes for that one. So it's I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial energies from this lifetime or any lifetime that interfere with my ability to stand in my truth of who I am and reclaim my sovereignty. And I undertake this clearing through the multidimensional layers of my being, through my lifetimes, this and all other past lifetimes and all future lifetimes, through my matriarchal and patriarchal lineages and my soul lineage. And I undertake this with the assistance of the divine creator or source or God, or however you want to call it, your beloved. And I undertake this with their assistance, and I declare it so be it. And it'd probably be good to do the Ho'oponopono prayer because we're always getting in our own way. So I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me and thank you. And I declare it so be it. It is done. So yes, there can be past life emotions bleeding through. Remember, all emotions are there for us to learn from. That we're not to be overwhelmed by them. We're not to ignore them. We're not to push them down into the muscular neural part of our bodies, which leads to stress and duress and disease and disorder. We just want to learn from our emotions about how to show up and process them and let them pass through our bodies like being grounded into Mother Earth, and then we're free and they're gone. So that would be great. Okay. So is there anybody on the call now? All right, so we're standing by for your toll-free call in North America, 1-866-369-7464, or you can use your smartphone. Click on the link, and you'll be cut into the lobby section, and then join me live on the show. So we're just scrolling through right now the Facebook, dowsing and energy healing, because I know that there's personal requests for clearings here. So we're just going to go through that right now. All right. Leslie Yu says she would like to clear the Ace Boomers Academy in South Square Central Trias Cavite, K-A-V-I-T, in the Philippines. And Mandy Simpson would like to clear the Parliament buildings in Cape Town, South Africa, the University of Cape Town, Lavender Hill in Cape Town. And Jenny Hosler would like to clear the Citrus County Sheriff's Department in 1 Martin Luther King Drive in Lecanto, Florida. And Vinnie Mancuso would like to clear, Vinnie Mancuso, I think that's how you say it, would like to clear the Royal Liverpool Hospital in Mount Vernon Street, Liverpool, United Kingdom. All right, so all of you that are on the call or listening to the call in the future, to do any clearing of any buildings or sites or graveyards, any physical buildings, houses, our energy fields, ley lines, it's basically the same principle. You just use the short clearing and then put in the address, or in your mind's eye, picture what it is, the area that you want to clear. So it would go like this. So I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial energies in and around or through or trapped in the earth related to the following address. And then you put in the address of what you want to clear. And it can be a building, a hospital, a jail, a university, and all the things that I just mentioned, of all the requests I just requested in South Africa and in the Philippines, that all those senses that were mentioned are cleared throughout all time, space, and dimensions, and through all the multidimensional levels of reality. And if you'd like some assistance from the elemental forces, like the earth energies or the inner energies or fire or water, you could ask for the elemental assistance in doing this, helping you clear this throughout all time, space, and dimensions. And then you close it off by saying, I declare it so, so be it, it is done. And basically that's what's involved in an energy clearing for a site. Now, if you know how to dowse on a scale of 0 to 100, it's always really good to check it at the beginning. So, for example, before we dowsed for the Ace Bloomers Academy, I'll just check before we did the dowsing, the energy level was at about 50% of what it should be or could be. So let's see what we did, what happened after we did the clearing. So right now in that moment, it's 100%. So you can dowse before and determine what the percentage is with 100% being free and clear. How clear is it now, or what's the problem level? And then do the clearing and then tune in again and then check to see if it's 100% clear. Now, some really difficult sites, like sometimes graveyards or hospitals or others where there's entities coming and going that feel trapped, it sometimes takes 3 different tries or 3 different clearings to get it all cleared away. So that's why it's good to check in percentage-wise and check the energy. Have a little drink of water here. All right, so we're still standing by, and we're going to move on here. So that was the clearing request from last week. We've had many, many new members coming into the Dowsing Energy Healing. I'd like to welcome everybody. It's great to have you here. We're at 1,748 members. And could you imagine if we were all clearing together and helped each other do these clearing requests, how powerful that would be. We also just done the second of 4 interviews scheduled with Bill Heinrich, which has to do with the wellness show on finding your true life purpose. So I will just stand by here. We got a call, so I'm going to slide and answer. Hi, this is Tyson Bannigan. You're on the Healing Hour, and how may I help you?
I'm just listening to the call. Because I am having problems online. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's just that it would be great if you could leave the line free in case somebody else calls in.
Oh, is there not only this one line? Okay.
Yeah, there's only this one line. Sorry about that. So what's happening?
No problem. Okay.
What's happening? Tell me. What is it coming in and out?
Yes.
Oh, that's not very good. Oh well.
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye for now.
Thank you, dear. Bye.
All right. So what I was saying is the Wellness Show interview with Bill Heinrich. We did the second of 4 shows in the series about your true life purpose was today. The last one was on creating the foundation. And, you know, the amazing thing is once you know your divine gifts, it's very, very powerful to know why you've incarnated and what your mission is here. And once you understand that and learn how to do the deep clearings that you're learning through this process in the healing hour, you can move what's in your way out of the way so that you can show up and be the best you can be. And then your life is full of ease and grace. You're in the right place at the right. So learning what your divine gifts is a very, very powerful process. And I really encourage you to learn how to do that. And so listening to those interviews, I really encourage you to do that. And that would be over on the Tyson Bannigan Facebook page. You'll see the Facebook Live interviews that I've had. And if you want to know more about the program is mydivinegifts.com. And I'll just put that up right now. So imagine knowing what your divine gifts are and what unique gifts you have to deliver to the earth in this incarnation. Very powerful to know. So if this is something that interests you, I really encourage you to book a session with me and learn about what your divine gifts are and what this incarnation is all about for you. So tune in and take a listen to Bill Heinrich. He's the true life purpose guy. So there you are. All right. So moving on here, we're going to go back over to the closed Facebook group and see who else is wanting to have a clearing. Don't forget you can phone in toll free, 1-866-369-7464. Yeah, there seems to be some question right now about the upcoming concern about the rapture on the 23rd of September. You know, the doomsday, Armageddon, rapture, all these biblical terms, you know, at the end of days. You know, I think it's safe to say that humanity is always in the midst of whatever age that we were living in and what incarnation that we felt that there might be an imminent doomsday or Armageddon or rapture. And if we are caught up in the belief that we have to have something radical happen on the outside, you know, in the world at large for us to achieve enlightenment or to change the world or to make it a more humanitarian world to live in or to bring about transformation and change, then once again, we're focused on something outside of ourselves. We're waiting for something unique to happen for us so that we'll be taken care of. When in actual fact, you know, the rapture, that doomsday, if there is to be one, is really all of that is inside of ourselves. So coming to peace inside of ourselves, coming to the terms with our own ego, our own ability to be at war with ourselves, our own ability to be so judgmental and cruel to ourselves and our loved ones, to come to a resolution right like that inside of us to stop the inner war is beginning of manifesting that into the world, and the war outside of us ceases to have any impact on us. So peace begins and ends inside of yourself. And so again, if we're worried about a doomsday, Armageddon, or rapture, go inside, find that part inside of you that's in fear with regard to that, and clear that emotion inside of yourself until you're free and clear from it. So, and by saying, this is not possible in my world, this is not acceptable in my world, any fear, shame, doubt, guilt, fear that I'm going to be involved in a doomsday, Armageddon, rapture scenario, and that's the only way I can achieve the next stage in my evolution. All that desire, all that fear outside of myself, I'll take inside of myself and clear until I'm free and clear and a sovereign human being, not relying on anything outside of me to allow me to be the best that I can be, to be able to show up and be authentic, to show up and deliver my divine gifts to the world. And goes on to say, we're told these stories because in our heart of hearts we believe would keep us safe and prepared. However, these storylines only keep us stuck and stagnant and created energies of disempowerment. The old stories of the rapture or Armageddon assisted history in repeating itself. So war after war after war, instead of again and again, until we can learn and awaken from the spell that we put ourselves into. It is up to us to tell a new story. That new story is that story inside of yourself, to come to terms and to be at peace inside of yourself, to no longer war with yourself. It goes on to say, no one else is going to do it for us. Let it be a story that has been told before, one of courage, sovereignty, peace, and love. We have learned, we have grown, and we have shifted out of fear into this now moment, which contains within it whatever reality we choose for it to be in this moment. So I create the reality I live in, and I ask you to choose the reality for you to live in, and I hope that you choose one that's free of doubt, shame, guilt, fear, and all the negative emotions that we tend to dwell in because we feel inadequate. We have stepped out of history and time. You can't look back to the old text to predict that we ourselves are creating in this now moment. That being said, if you can choose to continue to repeat history, you can and you will. However, you can also choose to create something new, which could also include stepping past all of the energies of Armageddon event into a timeless and beautiful reality where we understand that we are part of the creation and the creator. The reason we've been drawn into the story of the end times is because we have been doing it for thousands of years, not understanding that we are in control of it. We are basically reading, buying into, and agreeing to a certain reality. If you choose to step into these energies, picture yourself as a cave dweller sitting around the fire in the evening, telling stories about the powerful and awesome energies of lightning and thunder. You as a storyteller explain what you have seen and experienced with these powerful forces, and over time you start to explain about how to avoid these scary elements, and you start to also predict when they will affect or destroy you and everyone else. Your stories not only get told for years to come, but they get passed on over and over and over again throughout the community and throughout the years, and on and on and on it goes from generation to generation. All right, so it's time to stop the story. Clarity has no story. All right, Valerie, more reliable cuts in and out. What was I able to hear? No one knows. No one knows the exact time or hour. I wish the online connection was more reliable, cuts in and out. Great when I was able to hear. No one knows the exact time or hour. Yeah, we don't know the exact time or hour about the change or transformation that may occur on the planet. It could come in a blink of an eye. The most important thing is to really be clear inside of ourselves, to stand in our own truth, in our own honesty. And and even right now, as this broadcast, as we're having problems with the actual audio, so let's just do a clearing around that. So I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair. Ask Divine Mother to intercede to help clear up the audio connection here, so the truth of what needs to be said and heard can be fully explained and heard by those that are ready to hear. And I ask that it be so in my holy name. I declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you. All right, so moving on here. So we have another comment down here. See if I can click on it. Oops, there it goes, and there it comes. Yeah, Beverly, that's your comment. He looks a bit dodgy. Yeah, not quite sure who's dodgy, but anyway. So don't forget to attend as a live show. You can just click on this link. So I'm just going to give you the link. That link is on Tyson Bannigan Facebook page. So if you just click that link, you can join me live on the show, and we can do a healing for you, or you can ask me questions about dowsing and energy healing. and you're going to leave the show feeling much better than before. So give me a call or choose to phone me by phone, 1-866-369-7464. Yeah, I'm just having to drink from a cup here that's from my coach that I work with called Christian Michelson, and it says, coaching is the most powerful force for change on earth. Yeah, coaching is the fastest way to get from where you are to where you want to be in the least amount of time. So yeah, that's what coaches and their mentor is all about. All right, we're standing by for your call. We're still live, and we can help you get from where you are to where you want to be in the amount of time. So we're here to coach you, help you do a clearing, do a healing, whatever you need. So I'm moving on here to see what else, who else might want to have a clearing, or what the needs and wants are here. All right. So yeah, so here's some more clearings of actual sites. Mandy wants to change the drought in Cape Town, South Africa, and Alexander wants to deal with the oil spill in Athens. So yeah, so let's, again, this is the way you use the short clearing. So for Mandy Simpson, for the drought, that one I really would suggest anything that has to do with weather. It's really good to work with the elementals. So we would go something like this: I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair any non-beneficial energies from any and all sources that are adversely affecting the weather, such as heart, mind control, microwave, cell towers, or any other technology known or unknown that is directing the weather or altering the weather for whatever reasons. And if this is not being done by the law, abiding by the law of one, which is do no harm, or the most benevolent outcome for all concerned, then we have a divine right to transmute that energy into beneficial energy. So we transmute all non-beneficial energy being directed at weather control for nefarious reasons, and we put it into pure love for Mother Earth. And we ask the elementals of fire, air, earth, and water to assist us in this undertaking to rectify and balance the earth energies for the most benevolent parameters to support life on planet Earth for all beings. And we ask that it be so. So I declare it so, so be it, it is done. So, Gaia, or Mother Earth, is a self-regulating organism. So she regulates life between the upper limits, at which there can be no life, and the lower limits, which there can be no life. And she has the ability to regulate that. Human emotion or interaction with her by directing energy to try and alter planetary movements such as ocean currents, air currents, weather, is interfering with their ability to balance the energies. Also, all energy from humans, all trauma, all war, all emotions are trapped in the Earth's energy and interfere with her ability to clear as well. So we want to clear all that trauma, all that human emotion. So when you go past graveyards, you want to clear them. You want to clear hospitals. You want to clear ley lines. You want to clear areas where there's war, where there's been Holocaust. Because all that is trapped in the earth. It's called geopathic stress. And the question is, the earth may be under tension in that area because of fault lines that then allow the human energy to be trapped in there, because there's a dynamic relationship between the human energy and the trapped energy in the earth. So the two attract each other. The same with water. Water is the motion in our body. Some of our bodies is 80% or more, or some of it's 60% of water. So trapped emotions in water is another way, or another area in which we want to clear. So all the rivers, the seas, the creeks, you want to purify them. And, all the water and all the bottles that have been, that have all those labels on them that have to do with like Nestle's, with greed, with wanting to control people to make a profit, a deceiving profit, are all in the labels that are energizing that water. So if you're going to drink bottled water, please clear the label on the bottle and clear it. Please use a 996. Clear the energy in the bottle, and preferably do not drink bottled water. They say that the plastic is safe, but I have my grave doubts about plastic and water, okay? Because it can leach from the plastic into the water. Some say that that's not possible. There are certain plastics that, blah, 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 that are safe, and maybe there are, and maybe they're using them in the water bottles, but I don't know whether that's true or not true. So I'd rather be more careful than not. So I encourage you to at least clear the energy that's on the label, clear the water in the plastic container with 995 before you drink it, okay? And also clear any water bodies, any streams, your well, the pipes coming into your house, clear all the water that is you're associated with 995. Bless the water by putting your hands around the glass and saying 995 before you drink it. So, you are in charge of your own life, and being able to be a wizard and react and interact with water is a very, very powerful thing to do. All right, the same thing with the Athens seas, with the oil spill, is ask what other microbes there are that can eat and digest oil to come forth and help clean up that spill. Try and stay out of anger and resentment, hurt and whatever. Apologize to the beings of the sea. Do a clearing around it. Ask the consciousness of the people that created the oil spill and also the citizens of the country, so there's stronger environmental laws. Raise all the and remove. So it would go something like this. So I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all attempts to control energy on this planet from any and all sources, known or unknown, that are trying to control how energy is produced and delivered on this planet, and particularly all areas of gas and oil and fossil fuels, and all those that are involved in holding us at ransom into these technologies of the dinosaur age. We ask that we be removed from these so that we can bring about the transformation of consciousness on planet Earth. And we ask for the assistance of all beings of light and all the dimensions of reality to assist us in this undertaking. And we therefore, because we've been involved and unaware of this whole process, let's do the Ho'oponopono prayer. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. We ask all the elementals to assist us in cleaning up and moving from this fossil fuel technology into the new technologies that have no burden on Mother Earth. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it as done. All right, so that's it for the oil spills and the Mediterranean Sea. And the same thing would be for radioactivity. So radioactivity, we would also want to transmute, translate, transfigure, heal, and repair all radioactive energy from any and all source leaking or otherwise being discharged through water or in the air, to have it transmuted into pure love and into into beneficial energies. And that we ask that our bodies and consciousness be raised so the radioactive energy no longer adversely affects us. And we translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all false beliefs and all energies directed at us that we need to create energy from radioactive materials. And we free ourselves from that bondage, that lie of fossil fuels and nuclear fission as our sources, and coal as our primary sources for fuel. And we ask that these belief systems be eradicated and transmuted by pure divine love on planet Earth to free the new technologies to be allowed to be birthed onto planet Earth so that we are free sovereign human beings, no longer living the lie. And I undertake this clearing throughout all time, space, and dimensions with all the systems of the elementals and all beings of divine light on all the dimensions of reality. We ask for this assistance, and I take this clearing throughout all time, space, and dimensions. And I say the Ho'oponopono prayer because part of this is connected to my unconsciousness. That is, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, and thank you. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it is done. And the same Monique Sage also for hurricanes. So hurricanes are being directed by energies, by those that want to do weather modification, and they're amping up the energy of these volcanoes. So let's do a clearing around that. So I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all non-beneficial energies from any and all sources, known or unknown, such as HARC, microwave energies, or any other energies from any other sources directed at weather modification or intensifying hurricanes or any other weather patterns on planet Earth. And I ask for all beings of the light and in all the multi-dimensional reality to assist us and to liberate us from this type of consciousness control that is binding us to the belief that we are that has us enslaved into this belief system that we can that allows us to be manipulated and controlled by forces who think that they're greater than us. And we undertake this clearing to the multidimensional levels of reality, of our reality, and throughout all time, space, and being. And we declare that we are sovereign human beings. We are free and clear of any and all intrusion into our energy fields from any and all sources, both known, unknown. And we declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you. All right, so there you are. That's clearing with regard to hurricanes. So if you're doing a 21-day clearing and you're still in the long form, don't forget that you can get to the short form by just doing it after you do clearing for the deep clearing for 7 days. Tune in, use muscle testing, use a pendulum on a scale of 0, and determine which numbers are relevant to you, and only do those. And that will take less time. So instead of it being half an hour, it may be 15 minutes. And then on day 14, you do the same, and now you've probably gone from 14 minutes, maybe down to 5 minutes. And then on day 121, you see if you're free and clear, you don't need to do the long form anymore, then you can do the short form. And always check, what is this thought form that's holding me from being a sovereign human being? What is in my way, and what impact is it having on me? And when I clear, am I at 100% clear? And if I'm not, I'm going to do it again. All right? So that's what the clearing is all about. So we're still standing by for your call. I'm just going to put up once again how you can phone in and toll free. So it's toll free, 1-866-369-7464. And we're standing by for your call. We got 10 minutes more to receive your call and help you. I'm just going to put that up now. All right, toll free in North America, 1-866-369-7464. Standing by to receive your call, help you with a clearing, and help you get out of your own way so you can show up and be the best that you can be. So I'm just scrolling through the dowsing and energy healing, seeing if there's any other healing requests that are being asked for. Let's see if we missed anything. We did family of origin, yes. We've done emotional and mental blocks, triggers, resentments, envy, grief, and despair. We did that last week. but that's a good one. So it would go, I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair, and clear any and all emotional or mental blocks that no longer serve my highest good from any and all sources, including unresolved emotions, toxic emotions, our core fractures, or any triggers, resentments, envy, grief, or despair that I may have from any and all sources, including this lifetime, past lifetimes. And I clear my matriarchal, patriarchal lineage and my soul family. And I undertake this clearing with assistance of my light team or source or God or the beings of light or whoever you want to work with, my guardian angels. And I undertake it through the multidimensional levels of my reality and through an all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown. And because you are involved in this and you need to learn how to be a sovereign being, you'd say the Ho'oponopono prayer, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. I declare it so be it, it is done. So that's a great one. That is included in the deep clearing. That trauma is also the same thing. Clearing lineages, we did that. All right, so I'm going to stand by here for another call. I'm going to have a drink of tea and wait. So if you've got a few more minutes to phone in and receive a clearing or ask any questions that have to do with dowsing and energy healing. So I'm about to launch an energy healing certification course, which will be using a pendulum and a set of charts, multiple sets of charts, to help you clear not only yourself, but your family, your loved ones, and also your clients. I'm going to make this really reasonable. It's going to be a group process. We will meet once a week for an hour, hour and a half. And if we need to, we'll go on for 2 hours. So if this is something that interests you, if you would like to become certified energy healing using a pendulum and charts to determine what needs to be cleared in your energy field or in the energy field of your loved ones, your family, or your clients, then please let me know by giving me a private Facebook message, and I will send you out the link to get you registered for the course. There will be a pre-launch reduced rate. I haven't determined quite what that will be yet, but I'm certainly getting ready to do this. So I'm quite excited about this, and I think it will be quite exciting. You'll be using about a 64-page manual. I think it's about 64 pages. I'm just going to check that right now. It's called the Distant Healing Manual. It was created by John Living, who's one of the master dowsers that I learned from. And he's set up this manual that we'll be going through and learning how to use. And it will be part of the course. So it's a 100-page manual. And then there's an addendum to it. And that addendum to it is another 32 pages. So there you are. The course will include 132 pages manual as well that we'll go through stage by stage every week as you learn how to use the pendulum to do these deep clearings. All right, so we have another request here. I think this is in, I'm not sure, is that in Russian? No, I don't think it's Russian. Maybe it's Greek. Or no, it's Make Israel Palestine Again. Okay, so it's probably, I don't know what language that is. But here we go. I wish to release all blocks and beliefs that limit my potential in this reality, especially pertaining to employment. Yeah, that's a good one. So I translate, transmute, transfigure, heal, and repair all blocks and beliefs that no longer serve me and limit my potential to show up as a free, sovereign human being, free of all beliefs, whether they come from my family of origin, from my education, from my religion, from my culture, or from any planetary belief that no longer serves my highest good and does not abide by the law of one which is do no harm. And I remove all beliefs that do not result in the most benevolent outcome for all concerned. And I undertake this clearing action through the multidimensional layers of my being and throughout all time, space, and dimensional realities, both known or unknown. And I call in the assistance of all light beings to help me in this endeavor to free the planet from all false beliefs. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it, it is done. Thank you. That's a good one. So thank you for that. We'll just see if we got some more. All right, so yeah. So Valerie says 995, Tyson. Was that, yeah, it was 996. If you dial 995, it has a really strong vibration too, but 996 is even more intense. There's also different interpretations about what 996 means. The important thing is you can measure the field with an L rod and like clear your food. And as I say, if you cleared your food in a restaurant with 996, there's enough energy to clear everybody's food in the restaurant and the cooks in the back, and probably those that produce the vegetables in the first place. Is a very, very powerful clearing number, 996. 997 is spiritual too. So, but to clear your water, clear your food, and bless everything is very, very, very powerful. So it's another way of being able to clear as you go. So say you see an accident on the road, if you are Reiki a master, you can do one of the Reiki symbols to clear the energy, help the spirits if there has somebody who died to pass on to the next level, and you could say 995 or 997, which blesses the whole situation and helps those souls that need to move on and brings people to peace and greater understanding in the middle of the chaos of the accident. So thank you for that request. So that was from Valerie. Okay, let's see what we got here. We did the stepmom one. Okay, so I think we're done. So I'm just going to call one more time. We got 4 minutes to go to the hour. So one more time, if you'd like to call in live, it's 1-866-369-7464. And don't forget that you can also join me through your smartphone by clicking on the link, and you can join me literally live. I like a talk show. You're going to be live on TV, right here on Facebook Live. So I love for people to understand that that's what they can do. There's room to have 2 guests live on the show at any one time, and there's a room, I think, for 6 people in the lobby to wait. So there's lots of room for you to join me live and be able to ask your questions and help me be able to deal with you that way as well. And of course, you can also phone in toll free, which is 1-866-369-7464 in North America. All right, so we're getting close to the hour. One more time we'll put up on the screen. We're ready and willing to take one more call before the hour, 1-866-369-7464. And we're standing by for your call now on the screen. So it has been a pleasure working with all of you. Do check out My Divine Gifts. Do take an opportunity to listen to the 4-part interviews with Bill Heinrich on My Divine Gifts. Learn how powerful it is to know what your divine gifts are and how to show up and be authentically yourself and how to deliver your unique gifts to the world. Imagine knowing why you incarnated. Imagine knowing why you're here. It's very, very powerful. It really changed my life, and I'm certified as a coach in that area to help you do the same for you. So you'll know your divine gifts, what they are, and why you're here and what your unique gifts are to deliver to the planet. Why live in confusion when you can figure out why you're here? So I encourage you to do that. There's also was a series just recently done on the Wellness Show as well, which has to do with astrology, holistic astrology. That was a very, very powerful series. So you can also head over to the Wellness Show and check that out as well. And understand what holistic astrology and understanding how that can impact who you are and why you're here on planet Earth. So I'm just going to put up the link to the Wellness Show and encourage you to listen in to both the past shows and upcoming shows, which will help you show up and be the best that you can be in this lifetime. And don't forget, I'm here to help you on your path to get you from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest amount of time. All right. So there you are. So thank you, and be well, be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Until next week, have the best week ever. Bye for now.